Good afternoon, kindergarten. I miss you. I'm sorry that it's been a little bit since I've been on the camera. I know usually I do a couple videos ahead of time and we weren't in school on Monday. Mrs. Shum had way too much fun in the sun this weekend planting in my garden, and I got a really bad sunburn and it made me feel really sick. I heard a couple of my friends did the same thing this weekend. One thing that we have to make sure, even though it's getting nicer, that we really take care of ourselves and we drink lots of water, use lots of sunscreen, and try not to be in the sun too long because it actually can make you feel yucky. And that's what happened to me. And I actually did hear that a couple of my friends did the same thing, so I'm sorry for them. Well, I was in my backyard, and the reason why I was back there is I was doing planting. Miss Isham's favorite thing to do in the spring and the summer is to be in her garden. So I like to plant some vegetables in my garden, but I absolutely love to plant flowers around my yard. So maybe I can show you a couple pictures later of some of the flowers and of my house and my yard. So I love it. I'm getting really into it, and we kind of changed things up because Mrs. Shum got a new patio. Yay! We've been waiting for that for a long time. So let's read a book together today. This book is called The Reason for a Flower. And this is such an important time of year when we see beautiful flowers peeking up to say hello. So let's read a little bit about the reason that we have flowers around and what happens in the spring. This book is by Ruth Heller, and she is the author and the illustrator. So let's read. This one has become a plum. Wow, who would think that that flower would become a fruit? So cool. The Reason for a Flower by Ruth Heller. This is, remember, the title page. This is the cover, and this is the title page, and then we have the name of the author. And this one does not have an illustrator because she's the author and the illustrator. So she's both. Those beautiful flowers. It says birds and bees. And these, what do you see there? Butterflies. And these sip nectar from the flowers. Oh, what is this? A moth? A bat? Who knew? And as they search for more and more pollen from the flower, before it goes to the next one, they explore. Bees are so important, friends. Some pollen travels in the breeze. Without the help of the birds or the bees, and that very often makes you sneeze. That's what happens to me a lot. That's why I get sick in my garden. From an anther on stamen to a stigma on style, pollen grains must travel and stay in a little while, and then you'll see the reason. So this is the stamen, and the style, so I guess the top of the flower. So the reason for each flower, even weeds, the reason for a flower is to manufacture seeds. Seeds that have a cover from one kind to another. Some grow inside a juicy fruit, and it's not odd to find them growing in a pod. And the largest one is a coconut. Wow, so look at all those different kinds of seeds. See watermelon, tomatoes, grapefruits, But look at that huge coconut. That's the biggest seed there is that we know of. Seeds travel far and wide. Some even like to hitch a ride upon a bike or on a shoe. Squirrels hide them and forget they do. Some have burrs that stick to furs and travel at a gallop. You see how those seeds travel? Even we can help them travel. Seeds can settle anywhere. They find water, sun, and air, and then grow roots and stems and leaves. There's a vegetable garden. Some seeds grow up to be trees. Even trees come from seeds. Look how big that tree is. These grow where it's very dry. What is that? A cactus. And these grow where it's wet. Lily pads. They like to grow in the water. These may not look like flowers, but they're the most important yet. Rice and barley, corn, and wheat are cereals we need to eat. Millet and bamboo are a treat for animals who don't like meat. Even animals need them. They are called herbivores. Look at all the animals that are herbivores. These animals do not eat meat. I'm sure you recognize many of them. Would you believe these plants eat meat? Plants that eat meat? And they are called carnivorous. So they eat flies that land in them or other bugs. Ooh, good thing they're not big enough to eat us. The largest flower ever found grows in the jungle near the ground. A parasite clinging tight to roots of trees that feed it. It's 3 feet wide, or maybe 4, weighs 15 pounds and sometimes more, and has a nasty odor. Rafflesia is its name. Ooh. And it stinks, they said. That's a big flower, though. But here's a flower that owes its fame to smelling very sweet. And scientists agree that magnolias seem to be a prehistoric family. Ooh, magnolias. I'm sure a lot of you saw the magnolia trees that were just recently very pink. They just dropped all of their petals onto the ground. They're a very pretty tree. Prehistoric means they were around when the dinosaurs were around. That's a long time for a flower to be around, isn't it? All flowers are angiosperm. That's an ancient Grecian term. Here are just a very few products that are made from them for you. So let's see. Ooh, we can make paper. We can make candy. We can make tea, brooms, coffee. Ooh, Mr. Shum's favorite. Yum. I bet your mom and dad's like it too. Popcorn, cotton, pasta, chocolate. Ooh, chocolate. Bread, cork, perfume, medicine. Medicine is very important. That comes from plants. Rubber and rope. All those things can be made from a flower, from a seed, from anything that we grow. Plants that have no flowers are fascinating too. What's that? A mushroom. Kind of like a fungus. This one has become a plum. The end. Did you guys find that book so fascinating? All the different kinds of plants that we have, all the flowers, and what they turn into and what we can use them for? Oh my goodness, think about the flowers that you see around. Have you ever seen a magnolia tree? Have you ever used any of your plants in your yard to make anything else? I know sometimes mommies use even weeds like dandelions to make salads. Isn't that interesting? So flowers are so important for us. I have an idea for you. This is a simple one. It's so beautiful outside, and I want to see that you guys are enjoying outside. I know that doing homework is getting really hard because it's getting nice out, and it's hard to learn things when you don't have your teacher in front of you, even though moms and dads are doing a great job. But one thing that you guys can do is look around your yard or look around your neighborhood. Take a picture of a pretty flower that you find for me. Can you send me that pretty flower? And then can you draw it and can you write about that beautiful flower? I would love to hear about your garden or your flowers or flowers that you see by you and what you think is nice about them. Tell me something. I think that would be a fun thing to do together. So go ahead and have fun and write your little story for me. I'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye.